think this would start off my morning. I did wake up probably an hour ago, and then this is the first thing I saw. This person really posted about how NCS almost signed a Predator to their record label. It says, how did NCS not really think of what they were doing when they tried assigning another Predator named DJ Inquisitive, who is most likely a well-known musician slash DJ in the country of Singapore? Oh, no. Apparently Singapore is the smartest country in the world, and then they ain't doing anything about that guy. I've heard that NCS actually defends the artist despite the backlash again. Are you serious, NCS? Were you becoming Roblox after they banned Schlep on there? Damn. Whatever the case, I only hope that NCS eventually makes a cancellation, because signing or also supporting a child predator is not very ideal at all. The NCS team needs to immediately take action, otherwise their reputation's gonna go down even more. Alright, let's see this post. Oh, yeah, this guy. He's the guy that literally is the person that made who was one of the NCS employees. So, alright, he said revision to clarify the message and remove the misunderstandings. As previously stated by the NCS team members, there's no official blacklist of which specific artists can or can't release on NCS. Why the hell did you reject Canro then? Okay? It's the most corporate and worst response to a situation I've seen right now. Alright, this does not mean that anyone who sends a good song will get a release. Oh, that's why. Bro, NCS, what's wrong with you? Why do you hate Canro so much? Any smart company obviously deals with situations as they come, and this privately because it is better for all parties involved. Rather than a public investigation, NCS aims to release good music for creators. Why have you released a bunch of funk remixes of tracks that were popular? Do you guys not know what else to do? Alright. As far as I know, there's no confirmation of this release happening. If this release has previously been signed, I'm sure this team is investigating the situation. Homie, you are literally just defending a little predator. I have no information from the NCS team, but optimistically hoping for the safe move in the situation. Alright.
And soon enough, I was absolutely hammered. My memory isn't too clear after that, but I do remember him inviting me backstage to show me around. Before I could even process what was going on, we were having sex in one of the storerooms backstage. The whole ordeal lasted only a few minutes because...
What? This is what happened?
I remember wanting to get the fuck out as soon as I realized what the fuck was going on.
What a crazy start. Oh yeah, this was linked on the description of that post, by the way.
It's a dark, dark day for the nightlife scene in Asia. This drama has left me very inquisitive about the true nature of nightlife. We're talking about DJ Inquisitive, who is one of the biggest names in the nightlife scene in Singapore, and perhaps even in the region. Back when I was in my late teens, I would always see him spinning at Zouk, Future, Avalon. And even back then, he was already quite a huge name for being a regular DJ at the biggest clubs in Singapore.
And then he threw that all away to just start, with some children. Like, start doing all of that.
So this was quite a shock for me when I was reading about this,
so he really using a fork.
Drama over here. And right now he is in pretty fucking hot waters with some serious allegations being pointed at him. People are calling him the P. Diddy of Singapore.
P. Diddy of Singapore is actually the craziest thing ever.
But my favorite term that I've seen online is calling him DJ Inquididdy. Inquididdy.
Oh no. You know it's bad when even people outside your country are saying all of this.
Whoever coined that term, here's an imaginary beer for you. So this all surfaced when an Instagram account by the name of Stand Up Against Diddy's
Oh no.
posted a series of very concerning text messages between DJ Inquisitive and his female victims who were between the ages of 12 to 17 years.
Ugh, no, bro. Is it really that hard to not become a predator? Like, so many people have become predators in this year. This was back in 2024, but the reason why this is getting resurfaced is because, well, NCS tried to sign this guy. And yeah, the community's not very happy about it.
12 years old. Holy shit, boy. What the fuck? I mean, if everything that has been stated is true, this might potentially be career ending. And what makes this saga even more substantiating is the fact that another huge Singaporean DJ Wukong, collaborated on this expose post with the initial Stand Up Against Diddy's Instagram account, like a
Even another DJ is calling this guy out.
WWE tag team to take down a nightlife predator. We're gonna go through this very damning post first, and I'll give my opinions about this whole thing when we're done. So we're first given a little cock tease with the naked body of DJ Inquisitive flexing
My bro, chill.
in a hotel bathroom. Not sure if I want to see that. And it says,
No.
I have a hotel room. Come for press. Don't know what press means. Did he mean present? Come to the hotel room for a present. What present? I also want a present. I also want your present, Inquisitive. What's the present?
I don't know. I was gonna say something crazy, but I'm not going to say it.
Is it a cockmate sandwich? So the following statement
Yo.
is from a 14-year-old victim who shared screenshots of her experience with DJ Inquisitive. So I was 14, he was mid-20s, and I had gotten into the club with a fake ID.
He's an adult. What? He got a fake ID.
Which most international school kids did back then. And there was like a little stage at the club he used to play at. They would pour alcohol into the girls' mouths from the stage, and for some reason the bottle kept coming back to me. Like, just me over and over.
I mean, like, sometimes the victims always get themselves in these kind of situations. I'm not defending DJ Inquisitive for what he did, but, like, sometimes the victims just do this to themselves. Cause, you know how, like, females just dress, like the young girls just dress very, like, weird? Like, very revealing? Yeah. Those girls are more likely to get targeted by predators. They're kind of doing that to themselves. Okay? This ain't the club. You're not even 18 or 21 yet. We ain't trying to see all that, okay? Alright. I'm not defending what DJ is doing, but I'm saying some of these victims are kind of doing this to themselves. Still feel bad for the victims either way.
You know, I wish I had a little bit of bottle alcohol, back when I used to club. I never had it, They would always pour alcohol, from the DJ booth, down to the girls below, down to people below. But I never had a single drop of alcohol. There I was, scrimping and scavenging like a little rat for a drip of alcohol, but nobody would give it to me. Nobody! I was like, hey, some alcohol please. Where's my alcohol? Probably shouldn't have done that gesture in an online video. Please don't click that. But yeah, I never got any alcohol, probably because I didn't have
That's
any
probably gonna get clipped.
boobs. Sorry,
Whoa.
back to the text. And soon enough, I was absolutely hammered. My memory isn't too clear after that, but I do remember him inviting me backstage to show me around before I could even process what
Oh, that's that's probably gonna be a bad thing. I already know.
was going on.
Coming
We
from
were
this
having
guy.
sex in one of the storerooms backstage.
What? Oh, hell no. Y'all were starting to do something out there?
The whole ordeal lasted only a few minutes because I remember wanting to get the fuck out as soon as I realized what the fuck was going on. We stayed civil enough after the fact because then there wasn't much education on consent, and I thought that because I wasn't physically screaming and pushing him off, that meant that I consented. And it wasn't his fault. Obviously, looking back, this logic is wrong AF because firstly, I was 14, and secondly, I was heavily intoxicated, which removes my ability to consent once.
Alright. Even though she kind of did this to herself, it's not correct to do for an adult to literally be smashing with a 14-year-old.
Ever. The last sentence is actually quite concerning. Like, why is a 14-year-old girl heavily intoxicated and entering a club with a fake ID? Isn't that worth investigating? And she said that a lot of international school students have been doing that. It's been a long while since I clubbed, but I can only hope that this issue has been resolved. Not to be a
In the US, it's probably not resolved at all.
party pooper and like, oh no, yeah, underage kids cannot go to the club. It's just a safety issue, right? You never know what might happen, and 14 years old going to a club it's definitely too young in my opinion. Also, I just wonder where the parents are at and why they are allowing their kids to go to a club at such a young age.
Spoiler alert, the parents just don't even care about raising children anymore. So yeah, the parents are heavily responsible for that one.
I mean, if I saw my 14-year-old daughter coming back home at 4 a.m. in a tight dress, reeking of alcohol, I would give her a tight slap. I was so young and innocent.
Oh yeah, same thing. If once is enough to get me angry, but then twice, oh yeah, I'm disowning her. That's how it works. I would cry because I failed as a father.
Knew that and took advantage of it. He knew that I would be excited by the fact that a DJ would want to show me the secret parts of a club that no one was allowed in and used that against me. Unfortunately, my friend, it gets worse. But this part of the story is gated because apparently the story gets too crazy to be shared online. Quite a bummer. Inquisitive then sent this to the victim after their raunchy experience, and this is the text that we saw at the beginning of this.
Oh, this text.
It's basically a topless picture of himself asking her to come to the hotel room. At this point, bells were ringing in my head. I'm not trying to blame the victim here or anything, but I'm just wondering if Inquisitive actually knew the age of the victim prior to calling her backstage. Because, like, look, if this was a consenting adult, if she was, say, 20 years old, everything would be fine, right? This wouldn't be an issue. So maybe Inquisitive thought she was of legal age because here he is looking at a girl in a club where the minimum age of requirement for entering a club is 18 years old. So it is possible that he thought she was 18 years old and that the girl didn't mention her age, so he probably didn't know. But that opinion of mine was quickly shattered because the next slide apparently confirmed that he knew of her age. Yep, I went and looked at our Facebook.
Oh, great. The worst part is that he actually knew that the girl was underage. It's even worse when predators know that the girls are underage.
Followed by a screenshot of their Facebook conversation where the victim explicitly states, "But my ID is shit, what if I get rejected?" Claiming the Inquisitive knew that she was using a fake ID because she was underage, but he still helped them to enter the club. And it looks like DJ Inquisitive has been doing this for...
Why are people attracted to children? This always gets, like, the worst of me.
...for a very long time with multiple victims, and it has been a known thing for a very long time. This was shared on DJ Wukong's Insta story. Hey, thanks for highlighting this. I'm a nightlife photographer, been shooting clubs since 2012. From 2011, I was made aware of what was going on, and the entire time it felt so wrong, but it made more sense to be silent because you don't want to be sensitive nor...
Wait, this happened hell a long time ago or something? What the hell?
Woke, especially in 2012 to 2014. This clearly is a known thing in the nightlife community, and I'm so glad it's finally being exposed right now if all this is true. Yeah, everyone in nightlife knows about it. Only thing is that we were somehow given the impression that it was consensual because he was such a big name back then. Always hosting Mad Thrills parties, and having to fuck him is a flex for the other party. It always felt wrong and everyone kept quiet, so I hope the ball continues rolling since you started it. You being Wukong, because Wukong posted this Insta story. Thank you for speaking out. Maybe more people in nightlife will speak.
This is what I don't like about these dramas, is that they get, like, held by, like, quite a bit of years, and then, like, now they just started, like, stopped being silent. This is another thing that's wrong with society, is that we just don't believe people when we're actually saying the truth.
Now, some people are saying that, oh, DJ Wukong is doing this to, take down his competitor, DJ Inquisitive, and, they have a conflict of interest because they're both DJs in the same, scene, and that's why he's posting this now. But it doesn't negate the fact that what Inquisitive did was wrong, allegedly. And as clearly defined in these messages, it has been a known thing for a very long time. It's just that no one with a platform has spoken out against it, and the ball is finally starting to roll. I think it's going to be quite hard to argue that these messages were fabricated and it's all a strategically calculated attack to...
If it was, then that reaction video of me that I make would probably not exist.
Slander Inquisitive's name because more and more people are speaking out, and the case against Inquisitive is continuing to build even now. So I'm quite curious to see how this all plays out. Wukong then posted more stories, and this is the part that really made me super weirded out. There was also a case of a 12-year-old from overseas family school back in 2014. One of the biggest news at my school. Damn, what happened? Basically, he invited her out, brought her into clubs a few times before. He basically forced her to do the hoo-ha with him, and then they...
Oh, nah. Forcing people to do something like very crazy activities, like you already know what it is. Why is this guy still in the scene, bro? He needs to quit immediately after this.
He never contacted again. It was like an open secret because of his big name, and he did the same to other girls from the same school. Back then, the girls didn't even realize it was a bad thing because it was low-key common, and like a big name showed her attention.
Damn. It was so common back then. Oh, God.
Low-key common? Low-key common for what? For a young girl to be hooking up with an adult? I think he purposely went for international school kids cause they leave the country or something. To be honest, dude is sick. I mean, what was Inquisitive even doing taking out a 12-year-old girl? My little noodle just can't fathom why anyone would do that. It boggles my mind, man. Allegedly. And look, I know that if you're a girl and a popular guy of a certain status showers you with attention, that might feel good, you know, it might make you feel special. But honey, I'm sorry to burst your Cinderella story, you are not special. There's only one reason why an older guy would shower you with this much attention at that age. And we all know what that reason is. Following this, more people...
Either they see you as their big fan, or they just wanna just do some crazy things that you don't want to even have.
Started to come up with their own stories interacting with DJ Inquisitive. One mentioned that he brought young girls to run down hotels and took pictures without consent. Another...
What? Alright. If these allegations are actually true, then NCS is probably going to go out of business if they're gonna keep doing this kind of stuff. They're gonna lose hella subscribers, their views are gonna pretty much be non-existent, and then they're just gonna start, like, dissolving their business and never going to release anything again. They're kind of killing Arcade already.
Mentioned that 3 other guys were involved and he slept with a lot of international school students.
Whoa! No.
Who were underage. This one stated that Inquisitive would latch onto groups of young girls.
This is just crazy. Let's see, is that everything there? Yeah, that's pretty much all of the little things that were happening. So, yeah, quite a bit of things happened. And, yeah. I really hope NCS doesn't go through and sign this guy. He does not deserve to actually be on a record label anymore after what's been said about him. And this makes me miss Billy as a CEO, because what the hell has Daniel been doing? He is just a terrible NCS employee. He's just been rejecting songs that actually work. Why did he reject Canaro? Oh, so he rejected some of the songs. Right.